wealth and treasure of the United States is carried on our cyber networks.
We have an active enemy trying to get into our network every day.
What's going on here this weekend? What is this?
We know how to sort of secure physical assets. We put walls up on it, we put fences, have guards. Now we're just sort of figuring out how to translate that to the digital realm and put those same fences and guards up and protect people from getting in.
This is critical for us in the future.
Guys, time's live, kick it off.
The time just started at 9 a.m. We're going to wait till about 9:10, 9:15 before we start any attacks. Let them get a little anxious on the other side.
Then once they spend about 10 minutes easing in and relax themselves and figure it can't be that bad, then it'll go really bad.
They're just waiting. They don't know what to feel. A lot of them probably don't have all their services up and running. Probably haven't found all the vulnerabilities.
So like the anticipation is worse than actually the event itself?
Oh no, the event will be much worse than the anticipation.
Someone please explain to me why everything died.
What you're about to see is based on a realistic scenario. The attacks will be unpredictable. Weaknesses will be exploited. Systems will be breached. Our nation's security is on the line. Who will defend it? Who will walk away with bragging rights?
We got no fear, no doubt, all in balls out.
So we're starting the cyber defense exercise, and right now we're preparing our defense.
We put together a network. The NSA tries to break into that network, and we try to defend it. There's two different categories. The undergraduate schools compete against themselves, and the graduate schools compete against themselves, basically for bragging rights and a trophy at the end of the exercise.
Graycell is kind of doing the insider threat. They're supposed to be a normal user on the system, but they could be clicking on links, going to web pages, downloading files, you name it, unbeknownst to the administrators.
Historically, this has definitely been a Army-dominated competition. We lost last year. Definitely hard to see all of our work sort of go wasted and have the trophy go back to Navy.
It's going to be nice to beat Army again, but our focus is on learning the techniques so that when we actually do graduate, we'll be able to defend a network.
Last year we were close. We did pretty well last year, but this year I would love to win. We have our trophy case back there, just looking at it, hoping that we can be able to put a trophy in it this year.
Our biggest rival probably in normal everyday academy life is to be the Merchant Marine Academy. With West Point Navy up on a pedestal winning the competition, I think they're really the people we should look to rival with and kind of be at the level of excellence that they're at right now.
I expect the grad schools to all do very well. On the undergraduate side, if you like to pull for the underdog, pull for the Merchant Marines.
I just breathed in some mustard.
Today's March 31st, and we have 3 short weeks.
We have 1 or 2 more guys, but this is it.
Hi. Right now, we're still a little bit behind, but the steam's picking up.
Our biggest weakness right now is knowledge. And again, that comes from here where we study ships.
A lot of this is new to me. I actually just got back from sea 2 weeks ago. I was out on a ship for 100 days.
We do have a member who specializes and trains in their architecture and hardware, and doesn't really help out too much, but gives us a good chuckle here and there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The team goal would be to enter the competition strongly, have a well-prepared system, and hopefully place somewhere, not last.
How well can you defend?
We live to do this. This isn't just our job. This is our passion.
How well can you react?
They'll know they're screwed when they see a whole bunch of notepad screens keep popping up and they have no control over stopping it.
You know, how well can you discover a compromise, clean it out, reset, and carry on?
We're going to take anything we can get into and we'll just destroy it.
You can't replicate this in the real world.
Or you could try, but people go to jail and get sued.
This year's theme is going to be fighting through cyber adversity, and we're really looking forward to an outstanding competition. Good luck to all.
The first thing that we anticipate happening is the malicious software on the workstations that have been pre-set up by the NSA. We expect that software to start calling back to the mothership. Once that happens, then the attackers can get right onto our boxes and start using those boxes then to launch attacks from within the inside of our networks.
Right now, MPS is struggling a little bit.
It's been really chaotic. In fact, we're still trying to get a couple of services up and running.
The essence of the exercise is we're supposed to be providing a service to the user, and we're unable to do those things when crap breaks.
We are being attacked by the NSA.
I've got 2 sessions on NPS right now. If you're seeing us later, hi guys. Doing good?
Frustrating. That would be an understatement. And now my keyboard's not working.
Course should update soon. I think we'll see that F2 is having problems.
We got access to one of their workstations, and we ran an implant on that workstation that even if they reboot and so forth, that implant will stay there and allow us to have access to that machine the rest of the exercise, hopefully, as long as they don't find it.
Right now, we're at the phase where they're trying to do reconnaissance. They're trying to understand what we have open. Like, we're not seeing that many payloads. We're just seeing, like, mapping right now. And that makes sense.
We just got Coast Guard.
We detected a computer on our subnet that shouldn't be there.
I think it was the Graycell initiated man-in-the-middle attack, and it grabbed one of those IP addresses, so Graycell is doing us in right now.
So we know that computer is compromised, or we're really pretty sure it's compromised, and we're getting a lot of action going on. Let's see. Oh boy.
We've had everything up the whole time, and yet Coast Guard has a lot more points than us, so we're trying to figure out why. We haven't been compromised. They've confirmed that for us, which is good.
So we're in second place against USMA, who's way in the lead. Yeah, we're looking at the live board, and right now we're trying to beat Navy. They won last year. We definitely want to beat Army because we don't like Army.
We think the Gray Cell might have clicked on some stuff that he wasn't supposed to and gave the Red Cell ability to make a bunch of web requests to a bad website that may or may not have gotten into one of our computers. We expect them to be a lot nastier tomorrow than they were today. Today they're just trying to get in and hide.
You're 2 hours into the exercise. How's it going?
Not very well.
Oh god, the passwords.
Last year we had a problem with losing our passwords, and this year we have had no problems with losing our passwords.
We will not lose them. It's just a matter of if we'll be able to type them. In a stint to make it like really safe, we decided to go with all sorts of one guy on the team who was designated to go make all the passwords.
The only problem with these passwords was that they were so long and arduous. They were so secure, I should say. I myself could not use them. I had to have a password assistant type them in for me.
Did you use the one for an eye? No one could type them in. I mean, it was like reading his handwriting was a pain, and then after that, it was just typing them in. It was like, it's wrong. You type what it said on the page, but had to type it back 8 times. If I pounded on the keyboard with my fist, I'd probably get the same results.
Being in third place right now is a victory for us, but it's early in the competition, and I don't expect it to last that much longer.
Someone decided to tell them to change all the passwords, and they're all just as hard as the first one he did, so no one's been able to log into just about anything.
Yeah, we actually got inside the Merchant Marines.
What they did was they ended up putting Token Agent actually on the proxy and left the SSH password, the default password.
Is that good network security?
Good for us, bad for them.
The current debate regarding our gray cell administration techniques is whether or not we installed software on the gray cell boxes.
I believe it's USMA is actually running a interpreter in the back to watch everything that's running, that's going on, so they could see everything in real time. That's being debated right now, whether that's actually illegal or not.
So gray cell ended up finding out about our administration techniques based on how vocal we are.
We are re-hooking our clients right now. Okay, give me a minute.
Basically, what we ended up doing was essentially breaking into our boxes to keep other people from breaking into them. So there's not any actual process running, it's just running inside of RAM, and we didn't actually install anything.
To me, that's actually pretty damn impressive.
The 6 teams that we had when they left at 10 o'clock, we really tore them apart throughout the night.
Night crew is very busy. They managed to get in and infiltrate a vast number of boxes.
We have them bad right now. They need to just hope and pray that the other 3 schools fall today, because I'm not sure they're going to be able to catch up at this point.
What needs to happen today for you to be a happy man?
We need to get into West Point, the Air Force Academy, and AFIT 1.
Oh, we're doing great. Everything's going as planned. Our network is fully secure, and we're winning. I think this will progress over the next 2 days, and we'll continue to see MPS at the bottom of the scoring ladder and AFIT at the top.
This is the overall point standing. That's the one I don't want to show you, because we're not doing very good.
I'm looking for any files that they might have changed. So I have to make sure that they aren't already on my machine, which I don't know. So.
We definitely had some intrusions yesterday, and it was not a good day for our workstations at all. They got hammered pretty good. We're not doing too well in terms of scoring.
Running on 10 hours of sleep. By that I mean in binary right now at this point.
4 watches, 4 attacks repelled. You know what they call that in the biz? 1,000%. We learned that at least 2 of our workstations were compromised, and on the Windows machine there were a lot of processes that we couldn't control whatsoever. For Merchant Marine, I have no idea how you do this with 2 people.
I have to say, I'm a big fan of small teams, and I love underdogs. And so Merchant Marines, I'm actually really proud of them. They are mounting a true defense.
I go in there and people are running around, and I go to Q, I'm like, what's going on? And I learn like half our stuff is crashed, we're trying to get running, he gives me a task. So I immediately take what he told me, which I have no idea what it is, type it in Google, hit how to, click the first link, read through, and just go at it. I will look it up. At one point, we got a call, and apparently they were sending data using our servers to Air Force, and we had no idea what was going on, so we were trying to figure out what was going on, but we don't know how to use all the programs. Compared to where we were 2 weeks ago, like the fact that most of us knew nothing, we're doing great. We fluctuate between last and second to last. Hell, if we get second to last, I'll be thrilled.
Seriously?
So the strategy against the 3 schools that we have not gotten into today is we're really going to target those gray cell users that we have inside of their networks. We're going to do some social engineering of those guys and try to kind of figure out what's going on the network in those 3 schools that's preventing all of our exploits from working.
That's not working, John.
Their DNS server went down?
Yeah. It started to heat up around 3 o'clock is when we were seeing more and more activity.
Yes, because they copy the batch file, he copies the batch file.
All of a sudden they started coming faster and faster, more and more.
Yes, I know.
We found a port we could egress traffic on. We sent some stuff over to the gray cell folks first time. they disconnected us real quick.
We thought that certain IPs were kind of off limits and that they were able to browse to those without issues, and ended up having some hooks on those web pages.
Second time, we had a little bit more time. We were able to get the token. We were able to get an implant up. Hopefully we have persistence. We don't know yet.
Their comrades are bleeding out all over the network out there. Fragmented packets everywhere. Nothing reaching the destination. Hold the line!
West Point's been saying for years that we have not gotten them during CDX, right? We got West Point.
USMA normally brags that we're never on their box, recon and egress port. So we grabbed the token really quick and scored on them, so you guys went down.
I can't kill Internet Explorer.
It was challenging, but a good learning experience to realize where your vulnerabilities are and be ready to strengthen them for the following day of competition.
Everyone's been hit except USAFA right now.
There was a huge flow around 7, 8, and then there was another huge flow around 9 or 10, and then they died down, and there hasn't been really much since, so we're just sitting around twiddling our thumbs hoping we're not getting attacked and we don't know it.
I think students getting active on the forensics challenge is probably the bigger story of the minute right now.
Each year, the students are required to conduct a forensics analysis on an image or on a collection of images.
It's kind of a treasure hunt, in the digital world. We have to find various things in there, and we'll write reports, and we'll send the reports back up and get points for all the different things that we find.
This represents 10% of the overall score. They have until 10 p.m. tomorrow night, and then at 10 p.m., we freeze everything, and the score you get is the score you get.
I think that the forensics is really what's going to close the gap between us and Air Force. They're our ace in the hole right now, and we're just hoping that USAFA doesn't have the forensics powerhouse that we have.
You boys in the forensics room?
We just received an image for the general's laptop.
One of the tasks that's gone on today is that they've had a laptop image that's been delivered to all of the schools that is supposed to represent the laptop of a general who's coming into the unit, and they need to integrate into their network.
The general's password, Scuba Dan. It's a nice secure password, it's fantastic.
And it just so happens that we've managed to pre-implant some backdoors into that laptop.
We're actively seeking to restore the general's cyber experience. What the hell is this? I don't read Chinese.
Shut up. I want some coffee. Coffee? So we got those 2 additional challenges for us today, in addition to all of the bad guys ramping up their attacks.
As you know, we started out today, we had all but 3 teams, right? We're into the military academy at West Point pretty good now. We've gotten into AFIT 1, so tomorrow we're going to try to go in and get that last team and try to make it a clean sweep.
I'm going after USAFA, the only school we haven't gotten anything on yet, so it's been a headache all day.
Not yet.
A little frustrating. Hopefully tomorrow. All right, take it easy.
Go! Get up, get out of your bed now! You're wasting your time! 'Cause it's a beautiful day now! It'll be just fine! 'Cause the sun is up now! We're ready to rise and shine!
I think the current day is Thursday.
It's Thursday. Today's the day we're going to have some real fun with them.
And the time is around 9 a.m.
I got some sleep, but it actually made it worse. I should have just stayed up.
I actually took a 5-hour energy and fell asleep 20 minutes later.
How's my camera face today? Is looking good?
It's looking great.
Okay.
It's the last day of CDX. AFIT's holding strong. All we need to do is close the deal and win this thing for good.
A lot has gone horribly wrong today.
John was rubbing up against a power line, shocked his leg really badly.
And that's when we lost a team member.
We're trying to still shoot for 3rd place, but it's only going to be a matter of time to see if that's going to happen or not.
Maybe there's a place that we can go
So we have this computer, and there's so many pieces of malware on this computer. It's like if you jumped into a lake in the Amazon and you came out full of leeches. You know, it's like, where do you start? You got a ton of leeches on you. Where do you start? Pulling them off one at a time. Oh my God, it's just.
We're up there right near the top, so it's anybody's game at this point, and we really think that today is going to be the day that we pull it off.
People ask, why do I do CDX? For the women. We're rock stars out there. That's all I can talk about on campus. The CDX team.
Looking at the scores, USAF is in the lead. Is there any chance that they're going to relinquish that lead at this point?
Well, it's still possible. I mean, they've done a good job so far of closing down tunnels and keeping us out. But I know that the group over there is working on some exploits right now, trying to get them finalized. And, you know, if we can get something started, all we need is a couple of minutes to get stuff on their box and running, and those scores can start dropping real quick.
Yeah, but it still seems really fishy that we have traffic coming from Army that we should not.
Send them to port 25, so it looks like they're sending email.
So is someone spoofing headquarters right now?
Hey, 100 just popped up.
Where's the temperature? It had been really quiet, and we started getting floods of packets into our system.
We're trying to make the fat man and little boy of CDX.
Everything just really, really got exciting all at once.
That on here, email.
Has Outlook.
Yeah.
So why is it not showing?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh, stop!
Air Force Academy was the last to fall and managed to make it a very, very close contest coming down to the end. Air Force Academy and West Point, neck and neck.
Last time I checked, they were really close, maybe a point and a half between each other. So it should come down to the forensics.
The forensics challenge is actually going to decide it.
I don't know. I really don't know how the forensics guys did.
I got all the answers pretty confident on. Some of them may have had to guess, but I think we did well.
Definitely forensics came in strong for us.
You boys in the forensics room?
We're about 45 minutes from the announcement. We already have the webcam feed set up over there, over to NSA to see who wins the trophy. We have a trophy case as well. Hopefully we'll be able to put it in there.
We've already sent them a return postage stamp, so we're getting this trophy back.
Without any further ado, I'd like to get the announcement for the Graduate School Award.
Even if we lose, which is looking likely at the moment, at least we're learning something in the process, which is really the whole point.
And the winner of the 2011 Cyber Defense Exercise for the grad school is the Air Force Institute of Technology Team 1. Congratulations.
On to the undergraduate award.
Winning this competition is going to mean a lot to us. We really want to prove that we belong, and although we have won it in the past, we really want to get this trophy back.
The Academy winner in 2011 for the Cyber Defense Exercise is the United States Military Academy at West Point.
Overall, it was a huge win for the nation that we're developing students and officers that can fight in this domain and fight well in this domain. And we were excited to see the valiant effort the Air Force Academy brought to the fight as well. And
it was gratifying to see that the other academies are working just as hard as we are to develop their skills, and it's really an encouraging sign for our nation's defense.
Steve and I have heard the MacArthur quote that on the fields of friendly strife are sown the seeds that on other days and other fields will bear the fruits of victory. Clearly, from Washington's Cape, we had such a day on such a field yesterday. NSA conducts on an annual basis a cyber defense exercise. We pit the best and the brightest against the National Security Agency. And for the 6th time in 11 years, West Point won. Best of the best. I would ask you to then give your final and real round of applause for Cadet Mitchell and his team, the winner of the 2011 Cyber Defense Exercise across the service academies. Well done.
The reality is, 5 years from now, if the guys who went through this learn something that can help defend our nation, then we all win.
We got